My colleague Carlos Cuerpo just announced that he is retiring from the race for the Eurogroup presidency, and so do I. It was an honor to participate in this election campaign. It was a campaign indeed. For me, coming from a member state that introduced Euro 10 years ago, was not Eurozone country from the very onset, just 10 years ago. It was, by the way, myself who guided my country to the Eurozone, so it was an honor for me to be participating in this election. I always argued that Eurogroup should work on the basis of consensus. So I think, so it happens today we will be able to choose our next president, the president for the next 2.5 years, by consensus as well. And I think it is very important now, because now the world has changed immensely. And Lithuania, of course, can see all the challenges that are rising from being a frontline state with the necessity to increase defense spending. On the other hand, behaving responsibly fiscally, so and having almost the highest growth in the Eurozone. So I think our country is doing well, but we are the member of the Eurozone family, of the area of single currency. And in this area, I think unity is one thing that we need, but also we need dynamism and concentration on real issues. And Eurogroup is the body that can provide political guidance in the most complicated issues, and it should do this when it is needed. This is my persuasion, and I think the main outcome of this election campaign will be, nevertheless, despite the president probably remaining the same person, but the mode of work of the Eurogroup will inevitably change. Because the ideas have been put forward, and the ideas, as I said, of increasing efficiency of this informal and still very important formation.
Issues with Paschal Donohoe's leadership of the Eurogroup. Is he too much of a consensus seeker, too nice, too Irish?
He also comes from a small country, by the way, and it is very interesting that Lithuania and Ireland, being on the different sides of the European Union, still have almost more or less the same number of inhabitants. And by the way, it's another link between the two countries, that we have very many Lithuanians that emigrated from Lithuania just to Ireland, to go to Ireland. So we have very good connections. And I think, as I said, since Eurogroup is a consensus-based body, so seeking consensus that was done by Pascal during 5 last years, it is something that is has been and will be very useful. What I'm talking that we have all 20 and 21 from the next year to understand that time is such that we have to accelerate our decisions, that we have to stop talking around difficult points. We have to be brave enough to address these painful points. And I think, with Pascal at the helmet, we will be able to go through very difficult forthcoming 2.5 years.
Prime Minister, so you are intending to run then? You haven't withdrawn your candidacy?
Sorry?
You haven't withdrawn your candidacy yet. You do intend to?
I have withdrawn, as I said. I also withdraw my candidacy in the name of consensus in the Eurogroup. So I think you already know the name of the winner.
Been a coordination between you and Minister Cuerpo? Do you think the outcome would have been
No,
different?
no, I don't think. It's, of course, a matter of the political map in Europe, and we have the map as we see. Minister Cuerpo very clearly represented the social democratic flank of the political spectrum. I was arguing on leadership beyond political affiliations. I'm also a social democrat, but I think what we have to have is this guidance of us through all the difficulties without any political affiliations, and I think we will be able to do that.
Minister, on a different topic, do you think on the trade talks with the US, do you think that there's going to be an agreement in principle this week?
I hope very much to be so, but the negotiations, and this is something that has been very strict in the European Union, is the mandate of the European Commission. And European Commission should have free hands without any pressures outside from any member state, for example, to get the best result. I'm still an optimist because, well, this is dictated by the overall climate in the world. So let's be optimistic, but who knows what happens.
Going back to the Eurogroup, was there anything that happened over the last few days that made you reconsider your decision? And you said that there needs to be a change in the way the Eurogroup is run. What assurances did you get from Donahue and about the things that he should be doing differently in the years to come?
This election campaign, these discussions that we had with colleagues, well, via electronic means, of course, they were not giving or taking any assurances from anybody. I think these were ideas that have been put on the table. And of course, then it comes to personalities that either can or can't collect the sufficient support in the secret vote. So Pascal has very strong support in the Eurogroup. Neither me nor Minister Cuerpos have the same. So, and this is the basis for us to take a decision. But as I said, the election campaign did happen, and it will have, for sure, an effect on the future activities of the Eurogroup. I'm absolutely sure about that. As I said, there's a big pressure from all sides, from almost all colleagues, to be more dynamic and more focused.
Are you able to share how many member states supported your candidacy, and did you have more
No,
than
I'm not
Minister
able
Cuerpo?
to do that. I would not do that because this final support should have been expressed today, later today, by secret vote. But of course, some feelings can be there, and political considerations as well. So, and they tell that neither myself nor Minister Cuerpo had sufficient support.
Do you think that also less Eurogroup meetings are needed? I mean, it's very often that Germany and France are not attending the Eurogroup, like today, I think.
Today, the two ministers they do have very important missions to perform. Many things are happening around, and I'm not sure we will have fewer meetings. Of course, there was time when there were 3 or 4 meetings of Eurogroup a month, but this was a very difficult time in 2015 when there was discussion of the Greek program. I was part of that, by the way. So, but we were also efficient at that time. I think for sure the Eurogroup meetings will become shorter, and the division of work between the Eurogroup and the ECOFIN that takes place next day will be much clearer. I think this is a must that will be implemented, that everybody understood this is needed. Thank you very much.